Welcome to the stream. Alright, I'm gonna pick up where I left off, which was software setting for shiny Tinkatink. Hopefully I have better luck today. Thanks for swinging by. Alright. We go in. I actually put an encounter on the stream. So, let's see, I don't see anything yet. I'm gonna wait for the other two. Unfortunately, the way I did this was a little sloppy. I should have just used Earthquake or some AoE move to knock everything out as fast as possible. There being an alpha kind of made it problematic, but yeah, there's kind of like a, maybe it's like 60 seconds until, like around the 60 to 55 calorie marker, that's when the other two spawn in. That's what I noticed. But yeah, I just got so caught up in this. I feel like I have to at least get the shiny before I move on. But I have my surveying thing maxed out. Alright, no shiny. This will be number 2. But yeah, pretty much just try my best to get the shiny. Hopefully I can get lucky, but who truly knows? You truly know. Right. Loading Pokeball Hyperspace. At least this comes in immediately. But yeah, nothing there, unfortunately. I almost just feel like maybe it'd be faster if I just like check these 4 in software set instead of waiting for the extra 2 to pop in. You know? Because I feel like by the time those 2 spawn in, I probably could have just brought in 4 more. It's a tough decision to make. Because I feel like it might not be giving the exact same effect as if I was bringing in 6 at once. But at the same time, I don't know. Maybe this will work. Alright, they should pop up here in a second. No shine. It's a tough decision to make on me end. Let me add to the encounter here. That is 3. 3! Yeah. Okay. Donuts with a sweet flavor are more likely to grant flavor powers. I mean, there's so many easy ways to hunt shinies in this game once you get further and pretty much beat the DLC. So, I mean, it might be faster if I just stop for a set here. I might just do that, honestly. Like, legitimately, this just might be faster. Maybe occasionally I'll wait for those 2 to pop in, but I don't know. I feel like by the time I get those 2 to spawn in, I can just get these 4. And then I feel like over time, it's just I'm checking more overall. But I guess there is a chance I am like missing a shiny if I don't wait for those 2. It's always a possibility. I'll just run over here and check. See if there's anything over here too. Alright, I'm gonna go back now and check. I think when I came into this, I had the alpha power. That's why the quest was catch an alpha. Because it's essentially guaranteed to spawn an alpha. And I saw that if you have the shining power, then you get a guaranteed shiny whenever you go into the zone. And you can actually, if you hard save at a Pokemon Center and then soft reset, you can actually go to different places and change what the shiny is. Apparently there's a way to like, if you keep going to the same zone, I think it's possible that you can actually... I saw someone re-roll their shiny and they eventually got an alpha shiny. So it is possible, it seems, to... As long as you do like a hard... Like, you have to save at a Pokemon Center, and there's a way that you can, like, bring up a backup save. And whenever you save at a Pokemon Center, it actually creates, like, a backup save with the game. So anytime you do this method, I forget what the button combination is, but it's on the start menu. When you press it, it'll actually load your backup file as opposed to your normal file. So anytime you enter the dimension that you are hunting a certain alpha for, if you don't get the alpha, you just reset it and then go back into that, and it should be new spawns. But apparently, like, the shiny one can be re-rolled, and there's a chance it can spawn in as an alpha, so I thought that was pretty interesting. And more reason for me not to just sit here and obsess over this hunt, but I don't know, I'm just gonna try my luck. Hopefully I can get lucky here, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, honestly, I actually did try doing this a little bit off stream when I was working. I had to work yesterday. That's one of the reasons I didn't go live. I had to work so late. Ended up being a late day, but yeah, I even played a little bit though when I had some time and had zero luck. I was hoping I could just find it and then load it up, you know, like open the menu so it pauses the time, and then just start the stream and just be like, oh look, here's the shiny, I finally got it. Like I caught it off, like I got it off stream, but I wanted to catch it on stream, type of thing. But yeah, unfortunately, no luck. So this Tinkatink hunt is actually, for whatever reason, just super difficult. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm just gonna check these two that spawn in. Okay. So the main difference is just gonna be the hammer. I'm fairly confident that's like all that really changes with this shiny. So instead of that bluish color, it should be more of like a bronze, copperish gold. I'll throw this on my team. I mean, it'd be amazing if I got lucky and just happened to get the alpha shiny doing this, but I just wanted to get a shiny. I'm really debating on just soft resetting once these spawn in. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it instead of waiting that. I think that minute is just killing me. I think that's why this hunt is becoming a little brutal. Alright, let me get a soft reset here. Thanks for coming out to the stream. I hope you're having a great weekend. About to start the week here. Holidays are coming up. If you're traveling for the holidays, I hope you have some safe travels and it goes fast. No delays or anything like that. Let me just soft reset. This is going to be much faster, I think. Because the way I knocked them out, I wasn't using AoE, and I was so focused on catching the alpha as well that it took about a minute, it seems, to even knock out the last two spawns. And yeah, it's a little unfortunate, a little messy, but I mean, I know better now. And this is my second time really doing this type of hunt. Not second time, maybe like third, but hopefully this will be the second successful hunt doing this. I mean, I have the shiny charm, even though I don't have the sparkling power. I feel like the odds should still be in my favor, and I've been pretty consistent about it. Hopefully I'll just get lucky. Bum, 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 bum. Hopefully I'll be lucky. Hopefully the luck will come today. I'm looking for that shiny Tinkatink to add to my team today. Shiny Tinkatink. Yeah, this will be much faster. I wish I could, like, I did a hard save before entering this, but I wasn't really doing that. Honestly, until after that last stream, I wasn't really watching, like, content about how to do stuff. And that seems very helpful for re-rolling what you're trying to look for, or if you accidentally mess up the run somehow, or if you go in and you realize, I don't like this area, like it's not the optimal hunting spot that you were hoping for. So there's a lot of possibilities. Lots of possibilities. Lots of ability. Lots of possibilities. You got a lot of possibilities today. 12. Look at me. I'm on 12 resets in ZA. Alright. Done. I'll just get this reset. Yeah, I'll just commit to it. I mean, I hate the like way my brain thinks sometimes. Like I have to check every little, like, you know, it's almost like I'll take the long path just to make sure I check every little nook and cranny. But honestly, I just kind of messed this setup. I'm just gonna have to accept that I'm only gonna be checking 4. Because I feel like, for real, like that minute wait is just overall like making me get less checks over the hour. Hopefully I can just spawn in the shiny. Here's 14. It would be nice. Someone mentioned on a comment on a short I posted about this that it would be nice if there was just a soft reset, like key combo, like the Game Boy era. It is a little. I mean, it's not like so much more, but you do. It is kind of annoying. You have to like open it, X out of it, and then click on it again. When you could just do one combo of buttons and just get a soft reset. You know. Oops. What the? Let me get to 15 here. Hopefully it doesn't take forever, but who truly knows? Who truly knows? Okay. ZA. And I have a Switch 1 version, so I feel like just the load time is probably slower overall. I imagine in the grand scheme of it, probably just goes a little bit faster to shiny hunt on the Switch too. Alright, that's 16. I'm thinking about doing an open mic on Tuesday, playing a couple of my songs before the holidays hit. It'd be fun. I've been thinking about maybe playing a new song I've been working on. Call it. I shared it on one of my streams recently. I don't know if it was on this. Maybe it was on when I was doing GBL on my other channel, but it's pretty fun. Wait, did I do that? I don't know if I added an encounter. I think that's correct. I'm already losing track. Don't see it. I feel like it should make the noise when it pops in. But I actually don't really remember. I feel like when you get close enough it does it, but I can't remember if it just... I think you have to be close enough in this situation. I don't recall. I don't feel like I got the sparkle noise when it spawned in, when I saw the Nickit. It was when I ran up on it. Soft reset for me. Soft reset at 3. Soft reset at 3. Soft reset. Soft reset. The fist of justice. Soft reset. I feel like the next season online is going to be wild for PvP. Just because it's an opportunity to test out some new stuff, and yeah, there's a lot of like right now I feel like it's pretty, I feel like there's options for sure. But now there's even more. A lot more choices to put on the team, which is pretty fun. That's why I think Tinkatink could be interesting. Steel Fairy is typically like really good. I mean, I feel like in this game it has to function differently. But guess only one way to find out. It'd be cool if we could customize the Mega Ring. I don't know if you can. I don't recall if you can change the bracelet actually. Maybe it's possible, I don't remember. It'd be cool though if we could change where the Mega Stone is held, and then it like there was an animation that coincided that. You know, like how all the other trainers kind of have like unique ways they use their Mega Stones. That could have been a cool customizable option. If they ever make a Pokemon game that is like using all of the gimmicks together and more of like an MMO type of thing, they really have to dive in and like give the customization like that next level type of thing, like really personalize and differentiate yourself from other players. That would be really cool though, to be able to, even if it was just like a thing you had to earn like poses or whatever, like in game. Say you had to do that, like you had to like earn it as a currency or whatever. That'd be kind of sick. I think this is the right amount of resets. I don't know, I always get off like 1 or 2, give or take. Just because I kind of forget still. Right. Let's go. ZA. Society of Battle Connoisseur. Connoisseur? You are not the shiny. If I find the shiny, I want to catch it in a heavy ball. I think that's it. Or a dream. Dream ball could be pretty sick. Dun, 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 dun. Consuming donut energy. Okay. 26. Wonder how long it'll take. I guess it's possible this hunt just takes forever. I put a solid amount of work in it in the last stream I did. Alright, let's go. What's going on? Oops. Nothing. Okay, let me get another reset here. The Nintendo switch it up today. Hey, gotta switch it up, switch it up. You gotta switch it up today. These are not shiny Tinkatinks, so I shall pass. You shall not pass. The Tinkatink, the Tinkatink Society. They're not shiny at this society. Society. a society. Grow up to society. Alright. 29. Goodness gracious. I'm glad I've decided to commit to just checking the 4. I mean, it's less checks, but I just think overall it's faster. Dun, dun, dun. Sooner or later, there will be a shine. You can kill free time. It just looks so violent. Kill free time. In bold. In a different color. That's the most valuable resource, though. Is time. You know? Hey, what's up, Sage? How you doing, buddy? What does that say? Alright. No luck. 0 luck today. I'll try it anyway. 0 luck anyway for the Tinkatink today. It's a Tinkatink. And it's pinking up the screen. Very nice. You compliment it. I appreciate it. Thanks, I needed the luck for sure. I see what you're saying. I have streamer luck. Hopefully. I've actually been at this hunt for a couple hours. Not today, but I'm continuing from probably about 3 hours of hunting with no results. Which, hopefully that changes. It's been intense. I set this up a little sloppy. Yeah, true. I guess that's like the magic concoction, right? I appreciate that, man. I do need the luck. It's like that concept: if a tree falls, does it even make a noise if no one's there? Do I even get a shiny if no one sees the shine? It's all fake. It's like the moon landing. It's all Hollywood, baby. Green screens and props. I'm not even playing the actual game. This is I'm watching a video of someone else playing the game. That'd be kind of crazy if people did that. Like they tried to like they're watching someone else stream, but they just cut out the camera and then they put their camera over it or something. And then like they're just pretending like they're the one doing what's on screen. Lance Armstrong. I mean Buzz Lightyear. It was Buzz Lightyear, dude. To infinity and beyond. That's what I remember from school. And Woody. And Mr. Potato Head. They were all part of the conspiracy of the moon landing. All the, like, you know, that's the thing, like, you don't realize your toys are alive until you go to, like, you have to leave or go to sleep. And then they staged it. Pretty clever. They took the RC racer and shot off a ramp put some rockets from the next door neighbor Sid on the back, and just like the rest is history, yeah. And we wouldn't have that without Steve Jobs. Isn't it crazy? Did you ever know, like, some people might not even know this. Like, yeah, I know most people probably know Steve Jobs made Apple. But did you know that he actually got fired from Apple? And then he made Pixar. Isn't that nuts? Like, that dude has... And he was also adopted. He has, like, such a inspirational story, honestly, in a lot of ways. It's kind of interesting. Like, he was adopted, and his parents, they didn't want to raise him originally, I guess, because I guess they didn't go to college, and they wanted to have him raised by people that went to college. But I guess the family that originally were going to take him in wanted a girl last minute, so they didn't take him. And then his actual adoption parents that adopted him, they didn't actually go to college, but they promised like they would send him to college. So his natural birth parents whatever eventually agreed. Steve Jobs actually drops out of college, but he took this calligraphy class when he was still like at the college, and I guess like this art class of if you know what calligraphy is, it's pretty much with like type font and typing, like typeface, like pretty much typography. And apparently like him just taking that class inspired him whenever they made the Apple originally to have like the customization to change your font on the computer on the Apple, and also like the way it was like spaced out on the screen. And I don't know, he speculates that maybe like there was a speech he did at college where he was like talking about this and how he speculates like maybe we won't even have customization fonts on computers today if it wasn't for like that like coincidental thing that happened in his life that just like opened up this like door, because he just like, I guess he was like really into the calligraphy stuff, like how it's just kind of like this art form that like, you know what I mean, like teaching, it's like teaching someone how to make good typeface and font, like that's like a very niche skill that probably will not be applicable to most people in their life, right? But in this weird scenario where it's like this integration of art and technology, it kind of, you know, now it's just like the norm, you know. Microsoft does the same thing. It's like pretty much mirrored what Apple did back in the day. It's kind of cool. Yeah, but he got fired from Apple, actually. I don't know if you ever knew that, but he got fired from Apple because of like a disagreement with one of the guys who he found it with. And then he found Pixar with, I think it was John Lasseter. He was like one of the original animators on it, but I think it was like with Lucasfilm originally, like the group of like special effects artists that worked on like Star Wars and I think Jurassic Park even, like they did a lot of the like 3D stuff with like the dinosaurs and stuff, like the practical effects. But yeah, it's kind of wild to think like I'm not like a huge Steve Jobs fan or anything like that. I'm not like saying that. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of fascinating to think, like, some dude came out of a situation that probably would, like, break a lot of people or, like, you know, traumatize the crap out of you. And then also, like, just kind of, like, untraditionally, like, took this pathway of, like, doing things and found a lot of success and kind of just, like, changed humanity in a lot of ways with his product. I mean, even if you're not, like, a huge Apple fan, it's, like, you probably watched Toy Story, right? That's kind of why I'm talking about this, like, I was talking about Toy Story jokingly, and then I just thought about it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's like kind of wild. Like, Toy Story is the first Pixar film. Like, I was a kid when that came out in theaters, and it's kind of wild to think like that was their first film, and that was like some of the first 3D animation ever done on a feature length. And like, even if you rewatch it today, like the humans in it are kind of like uncanny. Like, that's like a hard thing. Like, obviously we've come a long way since then, but like even like the production of the original Toy Story pipeline is wild, because originally, like, pretty much they had a completely different concept with like Woody and Buzz. Like, it was kind of like a similar idea of like you know, Woody's the old toy and he's getting replaced. But the original story, actually, Woody was supposed to be more aggressive and kind of like a dick, like a very unlikable character. And I guess originally, like when they pitched it, like they didn't see the. I guess it took all the way down to them like storyboarding it out, and, like working on the film for a bit, and like having animatic fleshed out. And this is like pretty far in their pipeline of working on the film. And like if you understand like movie production, like there's budgets, there's timelines. A lot of times they like cut things, or they like scrap ideas just because they don't have the money or resources or time to like do those things. But like think of like you're pioneering technology for the first time, trying to implement it in a way that's never been done before, and then you realize like your story just sucks and it needs rewritten, it needs to be completely like almost like stripped down and redone. And that's pretty much what happened with Toy Story originally. Was the original idea is not what we ended up seeing on screen. What we saw in theaters was a new idea they pretty much threw together. Like, I mean, it's a better idea, clearly. Because, I mean, if you've ever seen Toy Story, it's, like, iconic. But the point I'm trying to make is, like, under pressure and under such a crazy time crunch, while also using this, like, new technology for the first time. And to this day, I feel like it looks like it's held up. You know, it's just very crazy. Think like what can be made under like such pressure like that. Like people would have to like stay in the office way beyond their work hours to get stuff done, reach deadlines, like sleep at the office, you know, sleep on the floor type stuff. Like that's how crazy some of these studios end up getting. And the thing is like as someone who's like I've been interested in animation, I've even like pursued it a bit being out in Los Angeles. Um it's one of those careers, especially nowadays, people don't really respect that much. Like they kind of look at it as like a privileged career. Like if you work in film or art or anything like that, most people do not care about your job at all. And it's like honestly like really bad these days. Like I feel like trying to keep consistency working as an artist or whatever is just like really difficult. And it's like harder now with like things like AI coming out to compete for jobs. But I guess like ultimately what I'm trying to say is that like it's like it definitely is hard to accomplish the goals of the end product of what you see on screen. Like it takes a whole studio to accomplish most of the things you see. But yeah, it's just wild like to think about the origin of Pixar and how it just I mean nowadays like I think we're far enough in history where like Pixar has definitely released flops, you know. They were like there was a time where like every film that came out by Pixar was just like culturally iconic, like The Incredibles, Monsters Incorporated. Um, I'm trying to think, you know, like Wall-E, like so many things that came out. Up, they're just people like they resonate, like the stories resonate with people across the world, and it's just like I don't know. I mean, that's what kind of happens though over time, especially when leadership changes. I mean, there's a lot of controversy actually with with John Lasseter, one of the original animators and founders of Pixar. I can't remember exactly what happened, but I think it had something to do with like SA allegations and such with like a coworker, like a younger coworker potentially, or maybe it was like even worse. Like I don't recall exactly what it was, but yeah, unfortunate, but you know, that's obviously like stuff like that is gonna ruin a studio probably to a degree. Not 100%, but it's what I'm trying to say is like, um, you're just changing like who's in control, I guess, and like unfortunately, a lot of times, like I feel like I don't know, it's complicated. I need to look more in to see like the actual allegations and thing that happened with him, but I'm fairly sure he was like it had to be true because he lost his job and like I don't even know if he did anything with his career after that. Let's see. I think some of the coolest stuff Pixar did though in general is just just like the innovation of the technology, because 3D animation nowadays can almost be as like people can take enough time on 3D to just kind of replicate 2D animation. Like that whole squashy, stretchy. Like I don't really watch any of the SpongeBob SquarePants stuff these days. Like it's been a long time since I've like watched that show. But like the original show was like pretty like iconic and awesome. Like when the original creator was still alive. But I think like there's a new movie that came out, and I saw, like I follow a bunch of animators on Instagram. So sometimes I'll like see behind like people like to share their work in progress, or like say the movie came out and they now have permission to share some behind the scenes art that they contributed to the film. So like I'll see a lot of stuff on my timeline of like process shots of like showing like the beginning of like a storyboard to like an animatic to like built like doing like keyframes, which are just like the main poses of the animation, like the spacing and staging of the shot, to like rough animation to clean up to color to like special effects. It's really cool to see how much work gets put into just one shot. You know, that's like overlooked by a majority of people when you're watching. You know, you just, if it's doing its job, you're not really focused on these things. Like that's just the reality of it. But as like another artist or someone who does film, something I do take notice of is like how much people can get away with on screen, if that makes sense. Like I think when you're like first starting out animation or like even like illustration, sometimes you focus so much on details that you don't really realize that impressions of it are almost better than exact details. Because the human eye can only truly focus on so much at once. And you can trick the eye a lot of times with art. You can, and especially animation film, like it's like you're combining a bunch of images and just showing them to someone at a certain speed. So it gives the illusion of movement because your eyes are like connecting. But yeah, like a lot of times when you see like I think one of the most accessible forms of animation is stop motion animation. Like putting a camera up on a tripod, moving Legos, and frame by frame. But a lot of times when you see stop motion animation, it's like think of it this way. You can just move it little by little, and yeah, you'll like eventually see it move, and you can make it like move and you can follow it. But you can also do so much more that like you can like really space out. Like say you just like take a shot of the Lego, then you just take a slight bump, like move it. Take a picture, move it slightly more, not even a lot more. Take another picture, just move it a little bit more than the last time. Then another one, and then you just like start moving it further and further and further and further and add more spacing, and it'll look like a slow like it'll look like it's kind of like accelerating as opposed to it just like it'll be like and you can just do that by like knowing how to like they call it like a lot of times like animation they'll like draw like a line and they'll like put little dashes and you don't want to like evenly spread it out for timing. You need to like do something called easing in and easing out. Those are cute. That is someone's dog. Yes, it is. Oh, animation. Pretty much there's like a couple techniques. If you ever want to learn animation, you just need to learn these few things and you could pretty much like attribute it to most aspects of what you animate. The ball bounce, which can be just like the first one is usually just like a very simple up and down. where you can kind of loop it, or you can like have it resolve, like dun, 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 dun. Then a more advanced version is like actually showing it from like, excuse me, like a side view, and you know the type of ball that you're trying to animate also would change. Like say you want a bowling ball versus like a tennis ball, those would bounce entirely different. You know, like the impact and the how much higher it would bounce back up each and every time. There's a lot of things to consider. But yeah, ball bounce, pendulum swing, which teaches you about, because in animation, well, in all things in life, realistically, everything moves in an arc. So if I'm trying to draw me, like moving my hand like this, like the reality is if I was trying to draw this arm moving, it would be like an arc of some sort. Well, yeah, we're talking about like animating the actual ball bounce. It's like a concept that you apply to pretty much everything, like to like a human walking, etc. Like objects. I'm just saying that like there's just like a few like you'd be surprised like how there's just like a few things you really need to understand, and then you can like start applying it on like a bigger concept. Like art, for example, all drawings are just triangles, squares, and circles. Every single drawing and composition you'll ever see is just composed of that concept. People are just object. I mean, that doesn't even necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It's not like to some degree they could be an object. Like if you're drawing them, yeah, it's like you're the object of my observation. Like what I'm studying here. It's not like to belittle or dehumanize the person. I've actually been going to life drawing. Like, I've been trying to do it every Saturday. There's a place, there's this gallery, and I go to it with my buddy, and there's a model. We pay like $15. They have like coffee and snacks, and we just kind of chill there for 3 hours and like just draw. Like the model will kind of just like get in different positions, you know, trying to like learn the human form, and then also kind of like applying like foreshadowing, which is like, say like my hand's like this. How do you draw that, right? Like how do I draw this so it actually looks like I'm reaching my hand out to you and not that I just have like a tiny little hand that looks weird? Because when you're new at drawing, you know, you can tell something's not right, but a lot of times you don't know how to apply the logic to like actually look at the thing and do it on paper or whatever your medium is. I just go on tangents, you know, about knowledge. Knowledge. I read a book every day in my Ferrari in the garage. I cannot believe how long this is taking. This is, in fact, taking longer than I was hoping. Why are they like this? How come they don't want to shine? It's breaking my heart. You're tearing up my heart when I'm with you. When you're not all shiny, I reset. Ooh. And no matter how many soft resets, I'll try again till I find you. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. I'm resetting tonight, yeah. Even if it's just at night, I'm gonna find the shiny. 1, 2, I'll reset 4, and 5 and 6 and 9. I'll try it 56 more times. Oh yeah. I don't know where the shiny lies. tried all night. These aren't shiny Tinkatinks, alright. Don't act like if you heard that at a party with a bunch of other millennials, you'd totally be down. Like, oh, I remember being in my mom's minivan with my sisters. Yeah, of course. Drunk is the key there. You have to be drunk. I've been at so many parties where, like, boys, every boy or man in the room just starts singing NSYNC. Like, it's like we all just know it. It was, like, programmed in our brains in the 90s. In the early 2000s, you know? Maybe that's kind of like how, like, those K-pop, like, bands are for kids these days. Baby, bye, 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 bye. Honestly, the song's kind of fire. Like, I feel like I'd still, like, dig it if it came on. Might have to, like, psyop my daughter and start playing, like, NSYNC and Backstreet Boys around her. So her mom, like, loses her mind. Like, here you go. 59, 59, encounters all the time. Yeah. You start doing the NSYNC dance. You just start, like choreography, like, in sync perfectly. Literally in sync. I remember, I think in one of the Kingdom Hearts, actually, like, I'm pretty sure one of the Backstreet, maybe, I don't remember if it's Backstreet or NSYNC. One of the members of those groups does voice acting on one of the Kingdom Hearts. I think it's like Sephiroth or Cloudy voices, which I thought was crazy. I would have never known if I didn't know, like, look it up. Yeah. Drinking has definitely become a far and few. I've only been socially drinking these days. I remember I used to drink a lot on stream. I would always have a beer open. A brewski waiting. It is getting cold out. I'm actually out in PA for a bit. I'll be out in California again here, like, in a week, but it's snowing out here and it's been, whew, like, it snowed like crazy actually last night. I had to shovel a bunch of snow, which I haven't done in years. I mean, I did it earlier this year, technically, at my sister's place. But this year has been full of... I haven't been in snow like this for a long time. Hey, what's up, Kimberly? Welcome to the stream. Social drinking is just like when you have, like, family get-togethers for the holidays, or if you go out to the bar with friends, or if you're, like, getting food out with people and you just get a drink with your meal. It's kind of what I view it as. Or, like, if I'm, like, at a concert or something. Really? You've never been to a bar? Dude, there's a couple, when I was in college, there's a couple bars that would get, like, have, like, these deals. It was called, like, Wasted Wednesdays, we would call it. Because this one bar would, like, have this, like, Long Island iced tea that was always, like, way too powerful. Like, it was pretty much like if you drank two of them, you were, like, blacked out. And they would, like, have these deals on these, like, Long Island iced teas all night. And every college kid would just show up on that night and, like, people be vomiting and stuff on the back. Like, it was that crazy. Actually, you're feeling better now? That's good, Kimberly. I'm glad you're feeling better. Actually, here, let me I'll put this up here. So, there was a point, actually, when, like, when I was younger in college, that's when the first Four Locos came out. The ones that were, like, that actually, like, killed people. I remember one time me and our friend, like we used to just, like, the way it was, there was just, like, so many different places that would just be having parties. You could just, like, walk in, whatever. But one time my friends, we were, like, pre-gaming at their house, and, like, we had beers prior, and then we had a Four Loko, and we were so drunk, like we all blacked out, and it was like, what the? It wasn't. I've never really. I mean, I was like in college. Like, I'm not saying that. Like, honestly, it's scary to black out. You don't even know what's gonna happen. You could wake up in someone else's bed. Like, legitimately, it's possible. Things can just go awry. You can like, there's people that like wake up in jail and they don't even know what they did. But yeah, it's scary. Yeah, and people did die from them because pretty much they had. I don't remember what exact. Maybe it was like too much caffeine in it or something. But pretty much when you have caffeine in your system and you're drinking alcohol, it kind of like tricks your brain. You don't feel drunk, but you're actually like super drunk. And then once the caffeine essentially like wears off, it just all hits you and you're just like shit faced. You had stomach pain? I'm sorry to hear that. That's rough. I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah, you're having an upper and a downer together, which I'm sure isn't like great for your body, but in general, alcohol is just like pretty bad for you, but I don't know, like we're all gonna, no one yet makes it out of this world alive. I think everything in moderation is the key to life, but who knows? Some people are just anomalies also. Like you see those stories of like grandmas that like all they do is like eat chocolate, drink wine, and smoke cigarettes, and somehow they live to be like 100 years old. It's wild. Maybe it's just genetic at that point. I don't even know. Holy smokes, this is taking quite the time, isn't it? Alright, let's see. $69. The drink box of wine. I mean, they still did. Box wine has always been popular from what I have understood. Wine can get you, like, you gotta be careful about mixing sugary alcohols. Cheaper the better? I mean, realistically, if you don't really care about quality, I mean, you're already, like, putting in, like, ethanol in your body. It's like, I mean, I guess it's different with wine. I don't really understand. It's like fermentation. But I assume it has like ethanol in it. Isn't that like what all alcohol has? I don't know. You've had organic wine? I've never even heard of organic wine. Your dog named Bindi is scared to go for a walk now. Are they afraid because of the dog that bit them? I'm sorry to hear that, Kimberly. That's rough. I'm sorry to hear that. Did you go to a vineyard or something to try it, or did you actually buy it? I hope Bindi will be okay. That must mean that your dog is traumatized from it. Did anything ever happen with the German Shepherd dog? You were at a farmer's market. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's interesting. 72 software sets already. Wow. I mean, this is just on today's stream. This has become quite the grind. You can use food stamps there? That's actually amazing for the people that are on food stamps. I imagine you get like way better food at a farmer's market. Yo, what's up, Chimchar? Good to see you. So are the dogs, like, what was the issue? Were they just not on a leash? Is that what happened? Were the dogs running wild in the neighborhood, Kimberly? Just trying to get the shiny Tinkatink still, Chimchar. I haven't had any luck. And just soft resetting here. I might like try to like check the other two here a couple times. 1 second, by the way. Just a sec. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the other one to pop in, the other two, this time. You've gone to the farm market a couple times? Yeah, it's only that. I imagine it's like one day or of the week, maybe. Is it weekly? Yeah, I understand that they're aggressive, Kimberly, but are they just not on their leash? Is that why they're able to get to the dogs? Or are they just like attacking when they walk by on the leash? Yo, jalapeno and habanero lemonade sounds super fire, bro. I'm a big fan of adding spice to like fruity drinks. Like I really am a big fan of jalapeno. Some of my favorite, even on pizza, actually, people who don't like pineapple on pizza, hear me out. Try it at least one time with jalapeno and pineapple together. And get like the classic Hawaiian pizza, like with the ham and bacon on it. Dude, it is seriously, the spicy, sweet combination makes it amazing. Yeah, I would do that, Chimchar, but I can't leave this hunt without compromising it. And I think I have to actually get stronger donuts before I can even make the shining one. If I'm not mistaken. Pepperoni and jalapeno. They're just out running on the field. Yeah, that's not good. That's like on the owners for sure. They put pickle juice on it. That sounds fire, dude. I love dill. Sometimes my sister and her boyfriend, they actually make stuff with fresh dill. Like they made this soup, this chicken soup recently, and I took a bunch with me when I was like hanging out at their place. And dang, it was really fire. They even, like they had it in the soup that they cooked with it, but then they had like extra dill that you could just pick some off the branches and just like throw it on top. It was so good. Oh, pickled jalapenos. Yeah, that's fire, dude. I like pickled things in general too. I like fermented things, like even like kombucha. I have seen like how like there's like the vinegar eels or whatever that freaks people out, but I feel like those just die in your digestive system anyways. They're not like you're getting worms in your stomach or whatever. Oh wait, I gotta add one here. Thanks for coming out to the stream today. I hope you're all having a great day. Yeah, I don't get it all the time, but you can get spicy kombucha also. That's like the kind I do like, is when it has like cayenne pepper and stuff in it. You know? It can be, yeah. It's one of those things, it's like, there's not, it's like speculated that there's some health benefits to it, but it's not exactly proven either. So. Yeah, she doesn't like going out for the walks now because of the German Shepherd. I'm sorry to hear that, Kimberly. That's like sad to hear, for real. Like it's like that shouldn't be the case, but it seems so, unfortunately. This is so. I'm just gonna keep resetting it. I think that's true. I've been mainly drinking sparkling water. Like even like these cans I'll be drinking on stream, they're just sparkling water from Aldi. It's like under $5 for like a 12-pack of like sparkling water. The sparkling water challenge, I have no idea what that is. Never heard of it. I'm not gonna lie, this is getting a little... This is, I mean, it's been about an hour. Ooh, I feel like that would be, like, impossible. And probably hurt. I would not even attempt that. I'm not gonna damage my body. I'm just at that age where things can go wrong really fast. People have done it on the news. I mean, if they're on the news, I assume that's not a good thing. Oh my gosh. They torture. Thanks for coming out. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. Let's go. Come on, Tinkatink. Just shine. Shine for us, Tinkatink. What the heck? This is actually just rigged. Oh, they did it on the news. Ouch. I feel like it would, like, you'd probably like break something. Burping like that. Like loading up your body like a balloon to just like exhale, like. Maybe so. You are not the ones. You are not the one I seek. Chosen one. Because of that item, yeah. Yeah. You know what movie I'm referring to. I'm ready. Meow. Kung Pao Enter the Fist. That's what that movie is. Very much a different time. Let's go, doggo. Let's go, everybody. Let's go, everybody. Everybody's gonna go. What do you know? 84. Open the door. 84. Open up your door. 84. 84. Chosen one. I'm coming. Chosen one. I'm coming. And then, oh yeah, the dog's dying from the claw, but then the dog is just like all good in the next shot. Like it's like laying there acting like it's dead, and then the next shot it runs up and it's like alive and fine. That was pretty funny. Oh yeah, then there's like the one scene where the kids are like running down the street like, we're children, we're children. And then like they're in the shop and the guy's like, that's a lot of nuts. I think there was like a squirrel or something. Like, I think he had like a weapon that was a squirrel, like nunchuck. Like he had like this rope that had like nuts on it or something, and then like the squirrels bite on it, and they became like nunchucks. It's so stupid, but like me and my sisters watched that movie so many times when we were kids. Oh yeah, when the baby's rolling down the hill. Yeah, that stuff's funny. I mean, I always find stuff like that pretty humorous. Like there was this random clip going around on like Instagram and like social media, and it was like it kind of looked like Power Rangers kind of vibe. Like these like this villain or whatever falls off a cliff, and he just like he like slips and falls and like blows up. Like it's like super overly dramatic. Like a giant explosion occurs, and it's like then you see like his I guess like one of his kids or whatever. You're like Dad, and it like walks over to the ledge, but then it just shows like the kid slips, and he's like whoa, and then when he falls, it like blows up too. It's just hilarious. It's like seriously some of the funniest shit I've ever seen. I don't even know what it's called, but I just saw it and I was like, dude, that's gold. That is like, it's like B movie quality, you know? Love it. We love that type of like acting and editing. Your other dog, Twix, just saw the German Shepherd tech and he doesn't like to go for a walk. So they both don't want to go on the walk now. That's not good. So what are you gonna do? What's gonna happen with Bindi and Twix? Oh, goodness gracious. I actually have some animation books here. I just realized I could even like probably even like show you the ball bounce. Here's your printout, class. Well, let me see. This is actually like one of the OG. This is like the go-to book. Richard Williams. Yo, if you ever want to learn animation, this is like you need this book. Sorry, the card says it's Richard Williams, the Animator Survival Kit. Yeah, this is like some of the most like Richard Williams, the iconic animator. But this whole book breaks down some of the most basic concepts of like animation. I don't know if you can like really see it. Sorry, it's like really hard to see probably. There's a lot of stuff in here. But yeah, it's like a must-have if you're trying to learn dog training lessons. I want to paint that dog. I want to paint that dog. I want to paint that dog. You're gonna train your dogs. I don't know if that's the right word. Like they're scared of the dogs that bit them. Like, we'll just train them. We'll numb them, numb their pain. We will teach them to fight back. We will teach them to kill the German Shepherds. Sorry, I mean, I'm joking, but do not do that. This Mudkip does not want to be pink. You're hunting for Mudkip Masuda method, I assume. Good luck. How dare you? Good luck, good luck. In Pokemon Sword, right? Yeah. I hope your dogs will be okay. That really stinks about the German Shepherds in your neighborhood. Like, you'd think something needs to happen. Like, have people reported these dogs? Like, if they're biting other people's dogs, that's not good. Like they'd send someone out to like talk to the owners at least, I imagine. Like I've seen stuff like that happen when I was a kid. I didn't really understand the like how serious that stuff was, but there used to be this pit bull that would get out in our neighborhood when I was a kid, and it would attack people and all whatever. And I just remember how scary it was. Like our parents, like luckily, like understood what was happening one day, and like this dog came running into like towards our yard, and we were able to get inside, and like it's like rushing at our door like while it's closed. It's like nuts. Like some animals are just like not treated right. They're not, you know, it could be a personality thing too, but a lot of times animals that act out like that are just abused, or it's like the owner's fault why they're acting like that. But at the same time, some animals are just naturally more like certain species, like breeds, I feel like are more. I mean, I don't know if it's like a scientific thing, but it just seems like it's more common for certain breeds of dogs to be more aggressive. And like again, I don't know if that just has something to do with how they're bred or like where, like how they're raised, but wow, you don't see that stuff happen with cats. Like, you know, like cats aren't out here. I mean, there's some cats that could be violent for sure. I've seen some stuff on TV where the cat like hates everyone in the house type of situation. I don't know what's going on there. I've never been in that. Like, I've never had a cat hate me, so I don't really relate at all. But cats can definitely be difficult if you don't know how to like accept that they just function entirely different than like a dog. Like cats will like you if you just ignore them, and then they'll like kind of come up to you all the time. And I think if you're good with cats, it actually says you're pretty good with like like you're good at just not like forcing yourself on people. If that makes sense. Like a lot of times it's like in life, it's like you just have to learn like the right balance of like what you are and when you are, where you are. All right, come on. This Tinkatink. I cannot believe. Come. Alpha Whirlipede 2.0. I mean, technically, for today's stream, I'd still be under odds. So it's not that big of a deal. It's just, come on, let's get lucky. Roll the dice. Roll the dice. Goodness gracious. Roll the dice. I said, roll the dice. We'll roll that dice again. Again. Roll that dice again. Gotta roll the dice. Gotta roll the dice again. You gotta roll that dice again. You roll the dice. Roll the dice. Roll the dice again. You roll the dice again. Roll the dice. Roll the dice. Roll the dice. Is it nice? Dice. Isn't it nice when you roll, 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 when you roll the dice? Isn't it nice when you roll the dice? I don't know if I put that up at one extra, but give or take, I'm at 98. I'm about to destroy. I'm sorry to hear that about Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog. An iconic character. Cats are cool. All animals are awesome. All animals equally. You are a shiny. I feel like This is almost like shiny locked. That's what it starts to feel like. I feel shiny locked today. And I feel shiny locked, okay. I feel shiny locked. I feel shiny locked. Locked away. Locked. Locked away. 'Cause I'm locked away with shiny lock. Thanks for coming out. I hope everyone's enjoying their week. It's almost Monday. Back in 2007, you had a cat. Have you not had a cat since then? Last. Where is the shiny? Where is shiny? Where is the shiny? Oh, you have two cats. That's right, you have cats. I remember you mentioned that, actually. You were saying that they're older. There's been so much emphasis on the dog situation the last couple streams, I almost forgot. 102. 102, what about you? 103, 4 plus 3. 102, 102. Jeez Louise. Pokemon absolutely is just dodging my shiny. I am in disbelief. And imagine how much faster this would be if I just played the storyline. This is a lesson learned. But I feel like I just have to at least commit after all the time I've put into it. Sounds good, Kimberly. I hope you have yourself a great evening. Thanks for swinging by for a little bit. "104, 104. Don't really care if it means more. 104, 205. 26,000 no shiny this time." They might be giants. I remember there was a show called Tiny Toon Adventures, and they had like music videos, and I'm pretty sure they might be giants. They had a song in one of the songs. I think I was just singing the melody of it. I'm trying to remember what it's called. They Might Be Giants are very interesting as like musicians. Like they actually make some really like nerdy kind of music stuff. There's one song they have that goes through, I think like, I don't remember the exact number, but it goes through multiple keys throughout the entire song. Like I think like at least like 10 or 12 or something around. That's how many times it changes. And it's like still a very musical song. It's pretty cool. God. I cannot believe. I cannot believe. I cannot believe I cannot believe. I cannot believe. One oh eight. 108. 108. 108. Oh my gosh, this is actually like kind of nuts. A continuation of this hunt. Gosh. I'm gonna wait for these two to spawn in real quick. Around 55 calories they should spawn in. Alright. In a second now. Oh, goodness gracious. Tinkatink. What do you think? Nothing. So I'll just read that again. Again. We get nothing. Johnny. Hmm. Ay, ay, ay. 111. I almost wish I had more coffee. Goodness. 112. 112. Oh. Legitimately just turned into a shiny hunting stream, it seems. Nope. 113, I guess. That's where I'm at. Oh wow. Who could ever have guessed? The number just keeps rising, rising. One 13. Goodness gracious. 114. Let me soft for that. Nothing. Oh my. 116. I don't even know anymore. It's taking a minute. I mean, I'm still under shiny odds for today's particular stream. But it would just be nice to get lucky. Let there be luck. Like today. Okay. Nothing. Jeez Louise. 118. M and the A button. I legitimately almost just want to do this like reset it somehow. And just come back where I can set up 6. But it wouldn't. I'd have to just find a new one in general. Whoops. 119. I feel like I'm getting more checks today though. Nothing. 120. Come on. Where are you? The shine. The society of cattle connoisseurs. Come on. 121. You can kill for 10. You can easily kill free time. That's pretty much what I'm doing. Straight up slaughtering my free time. Trying to do this hunt. Tell me why. Soft reset. 123. 1, 2, 3. 123 is 1, 2, 3. 123. What do you see? A number that goes up by 1 each. They're so powerful. This Pokemon. Wait, what? This Pokemon. And just had to do a double take there. I mean, granted, I would have heard the shiny noise, but the dedication that I'm putting into this hunt in the midst of just trying to get through the story, which would make this hunt even faster. And I could be spending all. It's like, when will I learn? How many times we gotta go teach you this lesson, old man? Pretty much me right now. I'll never conform. Oh no, not that again. There I am. In the dark. It's always darkest before the dawn. Feeding skeleton. Why don't you want to shine, Tinkatink? Why don't you shine? Why don't you shine, Tinkatink, this time? Why don't you shine? It's a Tinkatink time. Lumicab. None. None fit the description. Goodness gracious. Okay. Still no shine. A 128. I feel like I have to get it before 200. I mean, I don't have to, but hopefully I will. It's based on sheer chance and luck. Oh. Nope. Back to it. Mr. Sandman, give me a dream. Make a movie that I've never seen. Alright. I think that's how the original song goes. I don't remember. Like some harmony singing at the beginning. Who would have guessed? None of you? I like that I can just, you know, I figured this out in the last stream. I can just climb up here and command my minion Tinkatinks. Together we rise. You dare smirk at me, creature. You will be a sacrifice to the gods of Scolipede. Do you like pain, creature? I'm just gonna wait for these other two to spawn in real quick. Might as well at this point. Dang it. Ooh, shiny. This is one of the most painfully... Like, when you start focusing on the hunt, it just becomes, like... I don't know. No luck. 132. I do appreciate people hanging out and such. This is not what I expected whenever I started doing this hunt. My impulsive decision to shiny hunt before I'm done. This is the product of that. I mean, I have a shiny charm, but I can see that there's like so many amazing ways to shiny hunt in the DLC. Like, it should almost be a much better investment of time if I just beat the DLC first before I attempt to do these resets. I mean, this is a sloppy one too. I should have AoE'd all of the Pokemon. That way they all spawn in here instead of it being like broken up. I've only been getting 4 checks every reset. For majority. I mean, sometimes I wait the extra minute to see the other 2 spawn in, but it just feels like it's a waste of time. And there's a chance, you know, they could have been shiny. But that's the risk I'm taking. That is the risk I take. Today at least. Let's see if I get lucky here. Nope. Feels like a little bit of a curse here, like, why? Why this Tinkatink? Why today? Why? I mean, that's probability for us. It's just a little bit of probability. Just a little bit of probability. Always trying to offer set for the shiny. Offer set for shiny. Get that shiny today. I'm trying to get that shiny today. She's just a little shiny. Will she shine today? At 137 soft resets Tuesday. Wow. 138. Excuse me. Jeez Louise. Here I thought this would be fast. How wrong could I have been? How wrong? Holy moly. 140. Fun. 140 today. 40. Oh gosh. The number just keeps rising. One 42. Dang. 43. Goodness gracious. Honestly, this is like, I'm like getting pretty hungry. Sitting here like staring at these little pink hammers. Creatures. Why is it gonna be this today? 144. Now that I have a number that I can look at, I start realizing how crazy this is. How long it's been. Insanity. No, it's not like that crazy. There's more efficient ways, probably. With sparkling power, I'd probably find a shiny, not even trying. That seems like a good deal. I mean, there's some form of software setting you can still do, but at least you know, like with like the shiny power, when you have the quest, there's a guaranteed shiny spawn, and you can just reset what that spawn is from what I've seen. That might even be just the better method overall. Like, yeah, you might be trying to get alpha shiny through that method, but at least you're spawning in a shiny each time you load in. And I feel like it's better odds to get an alpha for sure, like in that regard. I don't know what the exact percentage is, but it's probably like super good, like odds wise, to get it. $147, I suppose. That's where it puts me. 147. Think you're going to heaven, but it's 147. You see. They tinka stink. God. Oh my. So it's been about, wow, almost, it's been like an hour and 45 minutes doing this. Goodness gracious. I didn't even realize. It is a little graining to just repeatedly do this with no luck. $150. Goodness. I'm debating on if I want to like take a break here soon and just go get dinner and maybe try it like later tonight. Trying to think where I would like feel comfortable. Yeah, this pretty much just turned into a shiny hunting stream. That's fine. I mean, I already said I was gonna try to get this before I moved on. That's pretty much what's gonna happen. Donuts with a sweet flavor. $152. The original 151 plus Togepi and Donphan after this. Ay, ay, ay. I'm really trying to just like power through this, but little spawns are brutal. 150. I finally found it. Holy smokes, I was about to just like lose it. Very nice. Alright, let me save real quick. Here it is. Finally. I'm gonna catch it in Dream Ball. Stay. Yes. Finally. Oh my gosh, I was like losing my mind. Legitimately. Alright. Let me just finish up this area now. Gosh. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Seriously, I was just like, not sure. Oh man, I missed the ball. I at least want to get the ball. For a chance at some items. I just don't know if I can reach it. There we go. Like, I thought the ladder would block me. Okay. Enjoy it. Oh my gosh, he's gonna miss it now. You suck, Greninja. Like, what was that? Alright, 153 encounters. Let me take that off now. Finally, it could be done with this place. Fine work out there. You've accumulated enough points to advance our research. We've also marked a particular hyperspace distortion on your map. Hotel Richissime? Is that where I need to go? Yeah. As you can see, it appeared at Hotel Richissime. Mr. Corbeau says he's confident you'll be able to handle it just fine, Sass. But please do take the utmost care dealing with Miss Jacinth. I leave it to you, best of luck. Right. Real quick. Where is this? There it is. Finally. Just want to take a look at it real quick. Finally got it. I guess it has that little thing on its chest too that's different. Modest nature. It loves to eat. Very cool. Just gonna put it in that for now. Alright. Let me head over to Hotel Richissime. Let's continue. I'm thinking about maybe putting the... You know what, actually? How about I do this? I'll put it on my team right now. I'm gonna take out Blastoise. Actually, I will keep Blastoise and take off. No, I'll take it off now. Yeah, I'm gonna level this up. First, let me go to the Pokemon Center so I can buy more protein. I'm gonna max out its attack, max out its HP. Maybe I'll put the rest in speed, I don't really know. Let me get these balls back. Okay. Wait, what's going on here? Pop quiz time. How many total Pokemon Centers are there in Lumiose City? Oh my gosh, I actually don't know. I don't want to cheat. Unless someone in the chat knows. Like, just, I don't even care. Like, let's just cheat on this. I don't even know. Like, why would I ever know this? Nine. That's right, there are 9. I cheated. I have no shame. Among the 9, this one, the Hibernal Pokemon Center sells the fewest Pokeballs by far. I think we could solve the problem if we just had a certain Pokemon around to help. I've got the perfect name for my plan. Sportacular sells with a fun guy. Is it Amoonguss? Allow me to explain. Don't you think our countertop looks lonely? They're so mushroom to liven it up. Oh. But a Fungus sitting here. Oh, so they want Fungus. She wants a Fungus. I can do that once I find one. She's so goofy. She looks like she's eaten some fungus. Oh my gosh, it won't let me heal. That's so annoying. Here, let me go to this one. I didn't realize there's just like a random quest there. The chances of that happening. Alright. I don't need to heal. I need to buy items, excuse me. Let me make sure I get a lot. Alright. I'll work on getting a mints at some other time. Maybe I'll do it off stream. But I just want to max out HP on Tinkatink here. Give it max protein. Oh yeah, I should probably bottle cap some of these Pokemon. I almost forgot about bottle capping my people, excuse me. Let's use this. Now let me level it up. Here, I'll just evolve it real quick. Alright, Tinkatink, let's evolve into Tinkatuff. Let's go. Alright, very cool. Got Tinkatuff now. It actually looks pretty sick in this game. And now I'm just gonna evolve it directly into Tinkaton. Its mouth is pretty wild. There it is. It looks great. The hammer is amazing. Wood hammer, ice hammer, gigaton hammer. Yeah, that's going to be powerful. I feel like it'll be fun to use in this game particularly. Alright, let me finish leveling it up. Nice. Maybe I'll give it a salt vest. I think that item exists in this game. Let me see. Maybe I accidentally put. Maybe I think I might actually have it on something else like bot links. Oh, never mind. I forgot. I can see the Mega Stone there, right on file links. Alright. Let's do. If I'm gonna use this, I have to use all like attacking moves. Knockoff actually would be pretty helpful in PvP. I'll probably keep Woodhammer for now. Alright, here it is. Very cool. Honestly, it's a pretty cool Pokemon to have on the team here, running beside. That looks pretty intimidating. That's awesome. Alright, got my shiny. Let me name it something too. How about we name it... How about Diana, because it's from a dimension? I don't know. Diana. We just got Diana. How lovely. Alright, let me head over. Hotel Richissime. See what's going on over here. Alright, let me head in. Plus moves can't be blocked. I didn't even realize. What's going on? Oh, hey, Sass. I came to get some of Ancha's stuff and take it to Hotel Zephyr, but Jacintha and Grizzle are in the way, and they look one wrong word away from exploding. Should we try to push through? That crosses the line from bravery, to death wish. Count me out. These two are a pair of unstoppable forces. Neither one's gonna back down. You misunderstand me. I would never deign to let price dictate the taste or quality of coffee. However, your churlish words and actions would cheapen the taste of even your best brew. Listen, people flock to Novo Cafe for two things, my roast and my roast. Trying to play off your coarseness as some lovable quirk, incroyable. No coffee brewed by such a barbarous boor will besmirch my palate. That's not what your hotel's famous chef said when she put Novo Cafe on her list of Limno's most noteworthy coffees. Your impudence truly knows no bounds. You there. Uh-oh, guess we're caught. If it isn't Sass, you heard all that, didn't you? So who's right? Obviously I am, but I want to hear you say it. You both make great points. Oh wow, and here I thought you had a spine. Your lack of moral conviction requires correction by force, if necessary. Finally we agree on something. So it would seem. You need some straightening out, and we are more than happy to oblige. Sass prepared to face the two of us. And look at that, you've got Lita, 2-on-2, the fair is fair. Why me? Alright, it's a battle. I don't know why, but... Oh wait, I can wreck that Carbink. Let's see what Gigaton Hammer looks like. There's like pretty ideal counters here. Bonk. Completely just removed. Oh yeah, it takes forever. Alright. Gotta be careful of that Sylveon. Okay, I think Mega Pyroar, right? Yep. Da, da, da. Alright. We get Clefable. Let it Mega Evolve. Alright. I'm gonna bring in Tinkatink, but I'm gonna heal it. And hope Starmie can just finish up Pyroar here. Okay, it looks like she's gonna make a Starmie. Great. I'm not even gonna Mega, honestly. I just want to use Tinkatink here. Wrong move. Gigaton Hammer. Oh my gosh, it missed. Ice Hammer. Goodbye, Clefable. Nice, GG's. Our teamwork wasn't very strong to begin with. Allure, as it appears, we have lost. Blame me, we could have won if I'd understood your Clefable better. If we are apportioning blame, there certainly are things for which I must apologize as well. How about we call it a good match and leave it at that? You are welcome to join and compete in Le Super Tournoi just Infinite anytime, my dear. Huh, as if I'm busy, I have an actual job. You come to my cafe if you want to battle me. What the heck is going on here? LeBon. Just watching in the corner. By the way, what brings 2 Team MZ members to Hotel Richissime? We help Sass. We're here to investigate something. Business regarding Hyperspace Lumiose, no doubt. Thank you for working to keep us all safe. Should you encounter trouble, I'm happy to lend my support. Now, moving on. There is no use hiding. LeBon, come on out. You have thanked Team MZ properly, I hope. Well, yes, of course I have. Very good. They have been so kind to look after Miss Ancha after you forced that responsibility onto them. I'm eager to hear exactly how you have spent all the time that must have freed up for you. No, it's not what you think. Lady Jacinth, I swear, I had Miss Ancha's best interest in mind. Do you believe invoking her name will save you? All will be forgiven once you've won 100 Super Tournoi de Jacinth Infinite matches in a row. Jeez Louise. Good luck. I'll slip you some coffee during visitation hours. Appreciate you taking care of this Hyperspace Lumiose stuff. If things boil over, you can count on Team Flare Nouveau's help. Flare Nouveau's. Watching Jacinth and Griselle argue was even more tense than the Pokemon battle, honestly. Hey, I'm here. Sorry I'm late. Ready to dive in and survey Hyperspace Lumiose when you are. For sure, Chimchar. I better go take care of my errand for Ancha while the coast's clear. Good luck, you two. I like how they're just hanging out while that's there. Yes, that's the hyperspace distortion we're dealing with this time, huh? Let me save. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, let's go in. I think plus 37 levels is the best decision. Alright, let's see what's inside. Feels like forever that we've done this. You know, if Hyperspace Lumiose reflects people and Pokemon's subconscious thoughts, you'd think it'd be easier to tell whose thoughts shape this place. Oh my gosh, it's Meowstic. You don't think it's reflecting the thoughts of that Meowstic, the one right here, there. That's the thing, this place looks the same as where we fought Absol and Staraptor, right? So did they have the same subconscious thoughts as this Meowstic? People are so mysterious. Oh well, we know what we gotta do. Save this Meowstic from Rogue Mega Evolution. That's interesting that this is getting a Mega. I actually do have the Alpha Esper shiny. Also. Where's that? I know I have it somewhere in my boxes. Where could it be? Oh, I forgot about it. Oh, it's right here. Could technically mega this, I guess. I didn't even know. Like, I still don't know the megas. I've been pretty good at keeping away from spoilers. So this is all new. Greninja might be helpful for this. Meowstic can learn different moves depending on whether it's male or female. So that's the thing that's interesting. Does this have a version exclusive? Like, I feel like that's like a missed opportunity for megas. Like, they did the Pyroar line, which they made the same, which is kind of dumb. I wonder if they're going to do the same for this. Can you tell what kind of Meowstic this is, Sass? I think this is the female. I think. Okay, never mind. Males have strong psych power, same as Lady, but they're more defensive oriented. So this must be the male. Alright, let's see. I know this had Prankster in its regular form. Yeah, so I have no idea what to expect. Wonder. What the? Dude, that looks like Hello Kitty or something. That's crazy. I bet you, like, people will like this one just because of the design. It is kind of interesting. Level 150, that's a little brutal. Alright, let me just bring in Thievul for now. I'm probably going to use Greninja for Mega. I wonder what its ability would be. I mean, definitely it looks like it's more psychic oriented. Okay, let me get the Mega Power. Alright, let me bring Greninja. Mega. I am at 13 levels below, but I'm hoping if I'm like, I might be able to like catch up here in damage. Okay. See how much Greninja can do. This is a decent amount. Whoa! What the? Is that Trick Room? What the heck? Oh, we gotta break through it. Whoa, what the? That's crazy. Yeah, that's true. I feel like Greninja's doing a decent amount of damage, but I just need to be consistent here. Let me heal up Greninja. I probably could. I mean, I'm using Greninja purely because of the dark typing. But I mean, maybe I could use Scolipede and maybe it would hit harder. Crap, where is the... Why is it not letting me target it? Oh no. Let's see what we can do. Let me heal up Greninja. It's at 1 HP. Alright. Why am I not able to target it? I feel like I struggle targeting that for some reason. Yeah, it's a little close for comfort. I mean, I feel like we're doing decent damage. Definitely got a Mega though. Alright. Come on, please be enough. Let me heal up. Oh no. Targeting this is like tricky. You gotta like really like space it out. Yeah. You got close, but I think I might I either need to make a stronger donut or I just need to like play it a little bit tighter now that I know how that wall thing works. I'll try it one more time before I like make a new donut. I think, if I'm not mistaken, hitting this from the physical side would be smarter too. So maybe I'll try to switch in Scolipede for a bit. Maybe when I'm yeah, maybe I'll try. It's gonna get hit harder by the psychic moves, of course, but I think maybe if I cycle in Scolipede occasionally and just hit with like Mega Horn and all that, it might actually be a good idea. And Swords Dance also, actually. Yeah. I mean, Scolipede's kind of a monster, so... Mega Horn. Yeah, honestly, kind of taking the hits pretty good. Alright, let me grab. Honestly, let me make that Scolipede and just see. Alright, let me Mega Horn it. Yeah, I think that's the better decision. Like, look how much more damage it's taking. Mega Horn. Alright, let me get over there. Oh wait, oh gosh, I went the longest path. Come on. Oh no. That's not good. I'll just bring Greninja for a bit. I think Scolipede did enough work. I can bring it back if I need to. But yeah, I think hitting it with physical moves is absolutely a better option. Alright, let me Mega for Ninja. For Nasty Plot. Dark Pulse. Water Shuriken. Dark Pulse again. Dark Pulse. Let me Nasty Plot. Alright, let's head over here. Water Shuriken. Dark Pulse. Okay. And a Nasty Plot with Greninja. I think I might heal up Scolipede. I'm gonna give a max revive. Oops. Alright, I'll bring it in a second here. After this Nasty Plot wears out, I'm gonna switch in Scolipede again. Alright, let me bring Scolipede. Let's get the Sword Stance off. Mega Horn. Give me Mega. Mega Horn. Use Sword Stance again. Mega Horn. Gosh. Mega Horn. It's gonna be close. Come on, Scolipede. Dude, Scolipede's a beast. Dude, I got it. GG. Yeah, Scolipede. Definitely carried. If I just ran it the whole time, I would have beaten it faster. You need to catch the Meowstic you calmed. Alright, let me catch it in a Mirror Ball. There it is. GG. Okay. Meowsticite. Very cool. Mega Meowstic looks wild, like it's got elements of a male and female combined. Sass, Tawny, and Karina. Well done, all of you. Looks like it'll be another late night. Someone's got to go over this rogue Mega Meowstic data. No, don't worry about us. You've all earned a break. He sure takes his data analysis seriously, huh? Anyway, we've heard from Kaba, which means right about now. It's giant Pokeball time. Crack it open, Sass. Oh yeah, I should find better butter in this, right? We'll bring in Tinkatink. We'll Gigaton hammer it. Such a fun little animation. Wow, yeah. Got some new berries. Awesome. Druka. And what type of butter? Some butter. I've never seen such beautifully churned butter. We gotta call it supreme butter, nothing less. We've obtained a pack of supreme butter. I wonder if this butter is the product of someone's subconscious thoughts, too. Couldn't say, but I'm sure you'll give Ancha some happy conscious thoughts. Let's go show her. Nice. GG's. Alright, I'm heading out of the portal. Hey Ancha, we're back. You showed Ancha the supreme butter. I'm shocked that such lovely butter even exists. I'll have to do justice with my most exquisite donuts yet. Pia! I suppose about time we got ready for dinner, isn't it? I've tied up the strategy meeting room. Okay. What's got you so worn down, Lita? I was stuck at Richissime for a while. I think the ambient Jacinthe pressure got to me. Miss Jacinthe is very kind. She's kept me company at mealtime since I haven't many friends around. How'd Jacinthe get to know your mom anyway? Diantha must be super busy. Diantha? I've been told my dear mama taught Miss Jacinthe all she knows about Pokemon battles. Maybe your mom's Gardevoir was what got Jacinthe into fairy types. I've never appreciated Diantha's true skill till now. Taking on someone like Jacinthe as a pupil, phew, that takes some serious dedication. Your mom is Diantha, huh? What's she up to these days, Ancha? I can't remember who that is. But I'm assuming she was a fairy trainer from X and Y. She's off shooting a movie in a faraway region, my dear mama. I kind of vaguely remember her, I think. I think she might have had, like, a big hat. Like a big pink hat or something. But won't be home for some time. And I suppose Hoopa can't simply whisk you to her for a visit wherever you want. Why would the mom just leave? It's not so bad. When I make donuts, it feels as if Mama is right by my side. Why is that? Because she taught me how to make donuts in the first place, of course. Oh, yeah. It's thanks to Mama's donut making lessons that I can help Hoopa open up hyperspace distortions. It's X and Y champ if you play. I did play X and Y, but it's been forever. Good point. Not just any old donut can bring out Hoopa's power. It takes the chef Ancha touch. I'll look it up after to see what she looks like, because it's been probably a decade or more since I've even played that game. You should be. Seems like the holes in your donuts aren't empty, they're full of love. I'll keep on making them with love and care so my dream can come true. We appreciate your help. Pleased to be of service. Finally, some progress. Stop. Stay away. What's going on? Only once. Only once. Stay here. You stay away, stay away. Stay away, stay away, stay away. Huh? What? The next day. Your alarm is going off. Wonder what's next. There's Hoopa. I had the creepiest dream last night. Maybe the stress from Jacint's bad mood got to me. Please don't make me listen to your creepy dream talk. It will only be confusing and disturbing. I know I get it. It's just really bothering me. It was so creepy and so weird. I've never had a dream like that before. That terrifying voice telling me to stay away. Morning, Team MZ. Nice donut shop. Things have changed since I last came here. Would you be Miss Emma, the young head of the Looker Bureau? That's right, you must be Ancha and Hoopa. Oh yeah. I hear we've got your pastries and powers to thank for Team MZ's Hyperspace Survey efforts. I really appreciate you both helping out. Goodness, well, would you care for a donut? I think that's Mimi's way of saying yummy. What's the story with Gulp in here? We figure it came from Hyperspace Lumiose. Seems to like it here. Got it. Sounds like a lot of Pokemon have been crossing over from Hyperspace Lumiose lately. It's keeping my docket full, that's for sure. But Pokemon are Pokemon no matter where they come from, right? I bet AZ would be so happy to see you all making Gulp and Phil at home. What was Mr. AZ like exactly, Miss Emma? I don't know much, apart that he lived quite long. Good question. He's not an easy man to sum up. I think 3,000 years of pain and regret left him determined to prevent others from suffering. He spent a lot of time here at Hotel Z staring up at the Prism Tower, worrying about it in the city. Did Mr. AZ build this hotel himself? Not exactly. He was given the land by some bigwig as thanks for creating a guardian to watch over Kalos. When he went off to wander the world in search of Floette, he apparently asked some people to take care of this plot of land for him. And then those people opened lodgings here to help cover the cost of taking care of the land. That's what AZ told me. But by the time we met AZ, he couldn't spare much thought to running a hotel. He had to find some younger people who could help stop the trouble with the tower after all. And that was how Team MZ came to be, I see. AZ was a good judge of character. He brought you all together and you saved Lumiose. I'm glad that I'm part of Team MZ and my donuts can help keep this city safe. That's great to hear, Ancha. On that note, I brought a little something that might help you with your donuts. Here, Sass, have these hyperspace berries. Nice. I picked up a bunch of them while dealing with Pokemon from Hyperspace Lumiose. But you can make some great donuts with these in the pantry, right, Ancha? I imagine so. Keep up the good work, Team MZ. Let Mimi and me know if you ever need a hand. Alright. I'm ready to support your survey work at any time. Please don't be shy. Order a donut. Thanks, Ancha. I'm glad to see everyone doing their best, but does anyone else still feel uneasy somehow? I haven't quite been able to settle down since we heard Corbeau's theory about Hyperspace Lumiose reflecting subconscious thoughts. Oh, you had to go and mention him, didn't you? What do you mean? Morning. Right on cue. I'll spare you the preamble. Come to HQ. Time for another rendezvous at Corbeau's office. I think Karina's out training. I'll let her know. Alright, ladies and gents. Let me talk to Ancha real quick. Let's see. I'll try using that supreme butter you brought back. You can now use donuts using 7 berries. That's awesome. All these hyper berries. Let me see. Let's see what this makes. Alpha power 1. That's cool. That's a lot stronger. Let's try this. What does that make? Catching power, dragon, move power, fighting, speed power. I'm just gonna put in like a bunch of random lower quality berries, excuse me. Just want to see what it makes. Plus 23. Let me just put in a bunch of cherry berries. What does it make? Pretty simple. Plus 7. Wow. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely need to do that. Definitely need more berries. I'm gonna make one more doing it right now. That's cool. Fetching power, mega power, conservation. Alright, that's all I'm gonna do for now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually gonna go eat some dinner. There's a chance I might go live again later tonight and continue on. And I will actually just focus on the story. I won't do any side shiny hunting until I'm done with the story. But I do appreciate people hanging out. Finally got my Tinkatink. Pretty happy about that. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the Sass Squad's getting stronger each and every day. You have a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you're tuning in. I will catch you in the next one. Take care for now, my friends. Peace. Will do, Chimchar.